This is CBC Here and Now.
Omicron doesn't know that it's Christmas.
The highest total active case count since February. Testing sites lit up like Christmas trees. The pandemic isn't taking the holiday off.
Looks like it's going to be a white Christmas, and Rudolph is going to have an important job tonight.
So that's Jeff Summers, and behind him inside the house is his family. He's only in Newfoundland for 5 days, and like so many Newfoundlanders, trying to make the best during Omicron and the pandemic. Stay tuned. Good evening, I'm Anthony Germain. Another double-digit day with the province reporting 85 new cases of COVID since yesterday. And the bulk of the cases are once again in the Eastern Health region with 47 new positive cases. Western Health is reporting 26 new cases, and there are 8 new cases in Central and 4 under Labrador Grenfell Health. The province's active case count is now sitting at 389. That is the highest it has been since February. One person is now in hospital because of the virus. Well, these latest numbers are doing very little to boost spirits as we enter the holiday season. And as Terry Roberts reports, the fight against Omicron is taking place on multiple fronts, from our prisons and our workplaces, even in the streets where people are lining up for testing and vaccinations.
It's Christmas Eve, traditionally a time when a holiday and celebratory mood settles over the province.
But instead, scenes like this, captured today in St. John's, detailing the heavy demand for COVID testing as potential exposure notices pile up, and public health workers struggle to keep up. So there's no plan to suspend testing efforts throughout the holiday, including Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And another plea today for those exhibiting even one symptom to get tested.
Meanwhile, efforts to keep COVID away from vulnerable Indigenous communities in Labrador got a scare today.
The company operating the Voisey's Bay mine reported that a worker arriving at the site this week has tested positive for COVID-19. The individual and close contacts of that person have been isolating since earlier this week, and subsequent tests of other workers have turned up negative. Operations at the site are continuing, but under stricter safety measures, according to the company.
All workers traveling to Voisey's Bay are tested upon arrival, and Valet says this week's situation is proof their health and safety measures are working. But can everyone count on the current safety protocols?
Our fear is that once it gets into the prison system, it's going to spread like wildfire.
Advocates for those involved in the criminal justice system are also speaking out this week, asking that non-violent offenders and those in custody awaiting trial be released from the province's prisons in the coming days.
If we were to have even one case enter into our institutions and it goes into a lockdown, our fear outside of the actual virus itself is the mental health of our participants. This is a very stressful time for everybody. We do know that some people that are incarcerated are still at the early stages of being vaccinated, so not all are eligible for a booster yet. We're faced with confined spaces, lack of ventilation.
In a statement, justice officials said there has not been a single case of COVID in the province's correctional facilities, and every effort is being made to keep it that way. Vaccination clinics are taking place in various facilities, and correctional staff have also been given priority for booster shots. In some cases, temporary absences are also being granted.
What we know for sure is that the effort against Omicron is picking up steam. Premier Furey noted on his Twitter account today that just under 8,000 booster shots were administered yesterday, a new daily record for this province. Terry Roberts, CBC News, St. John's.
And a reminder to add to Terry's story, the province isn't planning to release new case numbers tomorrow on Christmas or on Boxing Day. Health officials say they'll post the holiday totals on social media, and that'll happen on Monday.
It has not stopped snowing in parts of the West Coast. Take a look at Deer Lake this afternoon. 53 centimeters had fallen since the last 24 hours in Deer Lake, and there is much more snow on the way. Winds today also very blustery across the province. We're looking at those winds gusting between 80 to 90, even 100 kilometers per hour. So that combined with the snow squalls is definitely leading to some whiteout conditions. But you can literally drive in and out of those snow squalls, and that will be the story as we head through the evening hours tonight. Those snow squall warnings still in place for parts of the province. I'll get into the full details coming up.
Well, here we are. It's Christmas Eve, and a lot of people from Newfoundland and Labrador inconvenienced by what has happened with Omicron. Now, Jeff Summers has not been home for Christmas in 22 years. He has been home before that for other trips, but not for Christmas. So, Jeff, you haven't been home in a long time. What's your story?
We tried to come home last year, and it was cancelled because of the COVID situation, and we had to reschedule for this year. And my mom has had a reoccurrence with her cancer, so it's very important that I come home and support her. My wife is with me and my aunt, four of us.
Your mom decided she's going to self-isolate with her son.
Yes, we all made an agreement that we would do this for the 5 days together.
Right. So what was the trip supposed to be like? Because I'm assuming you got other relatives. And
Yes, I have my dad living in Conception Bay South, and my sister lives in St. John's as well, so we wanted to visit those family members as well. But they agreed with us that it was important for me to come and see my mom, and they would not be able to visit for the couple of days we're here. So
yeah, so it must be kind of frustrating given what you'd planned.
yeah, it brings the tears a little bit. Yeah.
So how come you didn't book a longer trip? Because you're only here for 5 days, right?
Well, we didn't know this was going to happen with the Newfoundland government, and we respect their decision. The Premier made the correct decision, but it was work commitments in Ontario as well. So
you're here for 5 days, so that's basically you're in self-isolation for your whole trip home.
yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. It's hard. We can't get out. But we'll make do. We have gifts to exchange later today and tomorrow morning. We have Christmas dinner planned. So yeah.
You mentioned that your mom wasn't doing well, that she had cancer. How's she doing now?
She's doing really well. She had 2 rounds of chemo, and they've let her go through Christmas, and then she won't do the third one till January sometime. So right now she's really, really healthy. Appetite is back.
Yeah.
It's great. So
well, that's good.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the one upside. I mean, in a way, obviously self-isolation is not great because you can't see the rest of your family.
Yeah.
But you're forced to spend every minute of those 5 days with your mom.
Yeah. So, we can come back again to see my other family maybe in the summer or next year, but my mom is getting older and we need to do this now. So, and I can help her at the house for the 5 days. There's some things I can do around here to help her. So, yeah.
So, Jeff, you and your wife have had to get tested since you got here?
Yeah, we did our second test today of the 5 we have to do, and everything is negative. So.
All right, that's great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, all the best. I guess you have a different hopes and dreams for 2022?
Yeah, well, hopefully to get back here again and see my entire family, and just good health for everybody.
Well, Jeff, obviously, we hope for better things in 2022. Thanks for letting us come and talk to you on Christmas Eve. All the best.
Thanks so much. Safe for everybody. Thank you.
Well, Christmas this year is also going to look different inside care homes. The change in alert level brought back visitor restrictions. Now, luckily, Alderwood Estates had its holiday pageant last week, just before the switch happened. Just take a look.
The weary world rejoices.
We call this the best little Christmas pageant ever. That's what happened here tonight. And the seniors have been working on this since Remembrance Day, getting prepared to do this Christmas pageant. And what's exceptional about this tonight is oftentimes at seniors' homes, we sit around and the performers come in and the seniors sit and they listen to them. But at our pageant here at Alderwood, they are the performers. They are the ones writing the skits, singing the songs and performing.
I always sang. It's one of the things I loved. And I sang in choirs and school projects and stuff. I was okay after the first couple minutes, but I was a bit shaky first. Because it's quite a crowd here, I loved it. Loved the feeling it gave me, right? It helped you grow and become an older person, but a much better older person,
And then the other beautiful thing that happened here tonight that I'm so proud of is that they have their grandchildren performing with them.
It meant the world to perform with my grandmother. My grandmother loves music, she loves Christmas, and just being able to sing with her tonight was beautiful.
It's a 5-day drive, I'm drinking 5 alive, and black coffee from the thermos.
Oh, hearing the applause was amazing. My nan was so happy to hear, everyone so happy to hear her, and their audience was great.
All hands are away tonight, the weather it is rough. Skipper smiles and all hands know he's not a man to bluff.
So the special member of the audience would have to be my grandmother. So her name is Teresa Bone, and she's been my grandmother for a long time now, and I love her dearly. Oh my God, the feeling I got with playing along with all these residents was very, very heartwarming. To see everyone smile and just spread some cheer, it just does my heart well.
We had such an eclectic mix of performers here tonight. We had it all. You know, we had Nora Normer, who's 102, singing once again her song, O Come All Ye Faithful in Latin. The belly dancers doing Deck the Halls. The mummers. Then we had the sons get up and do the 12 Days of Christmas for their moms. So, you know, everything under In Santa's Sleigh was here tonight, I think.
This video coming to us from the Middle East, from Dubai. Colin Lane says you always have the Newfoundland and Labrador Christmas spirit in your heart, even when you can't get home. Truer words were never spoken. Ashley's weather's up next. All right, let's check in with Ashley for weather. And look, our meteorologist has gifts with her.
Yes, a few gifts if you like snow for sure on the west coast. Definitely seeing snow squalls this afternoon. But I've stepped inside tonight because it is chilly out there with those winds for sure. Let's take a look at the temperatures today this afternoon. Hovering below zero for most of the day. -2 is a daytime high in St. John's, -4 in Badger. And then those temperatures up across Labrador are actually the warmest. 1 degree, Hopedale, Makovic, Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and Nain, all recording those temperatures this afternoon. Those temperatures still sitting there as well, but a little bit of a wind chill, no surprise. Look at those wind chill values across the island. Into the minus teens, -14 in St. John's. It's feeling like -16 in Stephenville. And it's feeling more like -18 in Corner Brook. So definitely a different day today than it was yesterday. And especially with that snow squall warnings now in effect all along the west coast, including Deer Lake, Niagara Peninsula, Burin Peninsula, as well as all of the Avalon. And there's still a winter storm warning in effect for Cartwright and the valley there. So we are looking at these winds continuing. This is where we're sustained right now, anywhere from 37 in Stephenville to 59 kilometers per hour in St. John's, with those gusts upwards of 70, even 90 in the Port aux Basques area, which is why we're seeing those wind warnings. Now, taking a look at the satellite radar, just showing you the eastern areas because that's all we have, but you can see those snow squalls showing up, and you can see how isolated they are. Those bands, if you can literally drive in and out of those snowfall bands, and when you do drive into them, the visibility is greatly reduced, and those road conditions definitely not very nice. And we're seeing that all along the west coast. I showed you a little bit earlier, 53 centimeters has fallen in Deer Lake, and there's lots more where that comes from, or where that will come from, I should say, through the overnight tonight, with that potential for snow squalls sticking around. We're looking at those winds gusty as well, so snow and blowing snow, the story for a good chunk of the island, as well as coastal areas of Labrador. You can see those winds gusting between 70 and even 90 kilometers per hour as we head through the overnight tonight. Temperatures will fall. Now, Santa definitely going to need Rudolph tonight with those snow and blowing snow across most of the island as well. Those winds will be out of the northwest or southwest, depending on where you are, gusting anywhere from 50 to 70 kilometers per hour. And then we could see the chance of a few showers in the mix for Happy Valley, Goose Bay, hovering around the 1 or 2 degree mark, and then the temperatures will drop, so that will change over back to the chance of some flurries. Now, as we head through the day tomorrow, the snow squall potential will continue, but the winds are going to shift, so it looks like the snow squall potential a little bit further south tomorrow, but overall the chance will continue, especially for coastal areas of Labrador, and the winds are going to stay breezy as well, and that will continue generally into Sunday. Eventually we'll see those winds die down just a little bit. So here's your snowfall accumulations. This is if you see persistent snow squalls. Could see another 30 plus centimeters in some areas, likely the higher elevations. And again, it's the further south you go, and that's where we could potentially see those squalls tomorrow. And then for coastal areas of Labrador, you're looking at similar accumulations, likely in the higher elevations, but that risk is certainly there. So taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, hovering around zero or just a few degrees below, with those winds out of the northwest or west about 30 to 50 kilometers per hour, and you're looking at that potential for flurries through your Christmas. And then for Sunday, you're looking at a similar forecast, still looking at that chance of flurries right across the board. And even into Monday, those winds are going to ramp back up. Temperatures hovering about a degree or two above zero. So we could see a few showers in the mix as well. And then as we get back into the end of the week, or beginning of the week rather, the flurries will return 0 to -2. It looks like for St. John's, we're really not moving too much. Same thing for central and western Newfoundland as far as those temperatures go. Maybe a few peaks of sun, but eastern Labrador looking at the chance of flurries and a few peaks of sun as well, with overnight lows dipping into the -teens. There's one of the snow squalls today over Bell Island. Stuart captured that shot beautifully. Thank you for that. If you have any weather photos, send them to nlphotos@cbc.ca.
Snow squalls in Bell Island. You heard Ashley mention it's going to be snowy overnight, but you have nothing to worry about, especially you kids. Santa has the all clear. Here is a video from Transport Minister Omar Algabra's office.
Control room. Standby procedure.
Control room here. Standing by.
Let's get started. Weather.
Clear.
Flight plan.
Flight plan ready.
Communications.
Ready.
GPS.
GPS linked.
Guidance.
Guidance check.
Radar.
Radar check.
Airspace.
Clear.
Vaccination.
Fully vaccinated.
COVID test.
Yes, valid test results are in.
Arrive can.
Received.
Great, we're ready. Santa, you're good to go. Welcome back. Santa is now cleared for Canadian airspace. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, everyone. Please stay safe.
Let's see who's celebrating birthdays and anniversaries. Bob and Pat Taylor from Corner Brook will celebrate their 52nd anniversary next Wednesday. And a happy 50th anniversary greeting going out also on Wednesday to Lindsay and Claudine Hill living in Hermitage. Last Friday, a big double 50th anniversary greeting to Leslie and Francis Pickett and Roland and Lucy Button from Wareham. Francis and Roland are brother and sister, and they had a double wedding on December 17th, 1971. Here they are, all celebrating again 50 years later. Congratulations. Happy 50th anniversary next Thursday to Russell and Ivy Ingram from Sandyville. Last week on Sunday, it was a happy 59th anniversary for Calvin and Elsie Gilbert in Lark Harbor. Happy 61st anniversary to Raymond and Evelyn Walsh in Brigus. Happy 55th anniversary today, Christmas Eve, to Eugene and Joy Bingle of Grand Falls, Windsor. Donald and Louise James are celebrating their 63rd wedding anniversary tomorrow, Christmas Day. Congratulations to John and Mary Batterton from Kings Cove. They'll celebrate their 50th on Monday. Happy 61st anniversary to Stanley and Trixie Brown of Trinity, Bonavista Bay. They celebrated on Wednesday. And on Tuesday, it was a happy 54th anniversary to Bruce and Patsy Kosh from Sunnyside. Andrew and Dot O'Brien from Cape Broyle will celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary on Monday. And a happy 51st wedding anniversary greeting going out to Reuben and Nellie Randall in Inglee. Happy 50th wedding anniversary to William and Christine Slade from Salmon Cove. Happy 55th anniversary to Jim and Edith Strobridge from Creston North. Happy 55th anniversary on Boxing Day to Pete and Lorraine Wadman in Dunville. Happy anniversary to Hayward and Nina Avery from Southport. They celebrated their 62nd wedding anniversary on Wednesday. Raymond and Lucy Moores of Cottrell's Cove are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary on January 1st, New Year's Day. Happy 64th anniversary to Norman and Ruby Hillier from Corner Brook. Happy 54th anniversary on Boxing Day to Len and Geraldine Ryan from St. Mary's. Happy 50th anniversary to Bill and Mildred Wells from Trinity, Bonavista Bay. Florence and John Osmond from Cape Ray celebrated their 63rd anniversary. Congratulations. And a 54th Tibbs Eve anniversary for Eric and Bridget Way. Kay and Henry Crane from Bell Island will celebrate their 50th anniversary next week, but they've been together much longer than that. They first met back in, get this, grade 1 at St. Cecilia's School. Congratulations. Gerald and June Young from Gander are celebrating their 55th wedding anniversary on December 26th. And making amends to Ross and Geraldine Sampson from Gander, they celebrated 64 years of marriage last month on November the 9th. Congratulations. Al and Betty Kennedy from Bird Cove on the Northern Peninsula. They're now living in Ontario. And their 60th anniversary is on December 26th, Boxing Day. Bert and Betty Quigley will celebrate their 54th anniversary on Monday with a big brunch, apparently, in Deer Lake. Happy 63rd anniversary to Mavis and Clarence King of Grand Falls, Windsor on Monday. Happy 57th anniversary to Vivian and George Walters of Isle of Mort. Now to birthdays. Happy 90th to Wesley Piercy from Norman's Cove. Ray Balsam is celebrating a 93rd birthday, lived in Mount Pearl for more than half a century, now lives in St. John's. Happy 93rd birthday to Mamie Colburn from Long Island, now living in Springdale. Happy 90th birthday wishes going to Janet Bath. You see her here with her youngest grandson, Lewis. And a happy 90th birthday to Harold Anderson in Gander. And a 91st birthday greeting 3 days ago for Anais Ralph from Grand Falls, Windsor. 90th birthday shout-outs to Annie Sturge Sweetland. She grew up in Catalina, now lives in Scarborough. And 90th greetings as well to Bill Atkinson, grew up in Herring Neck, and Bill now lives in Ajax, Ontario. Big birthday greetings to Gerald Hunter in the marvelous community of Salvage on the Eastport Peninsula. They have a wonderful lobster pot Christmas tree set up there, by the way. Gerald is celebrating his 91st birthday today. Happy birthday to Edna Reed in Corner Brook, who turns 90 on Christmas Day tomorrow. Happy 98th birthday to Jesse Collins, formerly from Indian Islands, Notre Dame Bay, now living in St. John's. And happy 92nd, it was a Tibbs Eve birthday for James Lamb, formerly of Brigus, now living in St. John's. John Power turns 90 tomorrow, a Christmas baby. He's from St. John's. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Right now, something special for the last half hour of our program. Guest host Tom Power has a holiday edition of For the Love of Music set up for you. But before we get to that, some Christmas pandemic resilience for you. People have been pulling out all the stops when it comes to holiday decorating. So to hell with Omicron, we're going to share some of our favorite examples of brightness and light from coast to coast to coast, starting with a local display that's sure to keep the neighbors awake. Take a look. From Angel Place in the west end of St. John's, I just checked that out. I wonder about his neighbors now. I was there last year. How do you compete with this? Now, from the whole team at Here and Now, I want to wish you a safe and happy holiday season. We'll be back on Wednesday. Now, some impressive holiday lights like these from across the country. And stay with CBC for that. For the Love of Music specials up next. Merry Christmas, all of you. See you soon.